Hello. Oh, all right. Well, we're trying. We're trying to be professional. We are. We're trying really hard, everybody. We're not doing a good job of it. But anyway, we're back. I'm Rian. I'm your storyteller for Arcane Veils, and it is my duty, a privilege. Sometimes it's an honor to tell stories with these wonderful people. We're going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves and the character they're playing, and then we'll see just what these mages get themselves involved in. So go ahead, Keenan, you're first. Oh, Ethan. Ethan, you're first, actually. We'll start with differently this time. Yeah, change it. Changing it.
Kian took umbrage to that. Um, and I maybe I might have misheard you, but I thought I heard you say Arcane fails. We are not fails, thank you very much. We are doing a good job. Allegedly, we're not dead yet. You know, we got the mission done. I'm playing Ethan. I'm at Sir Monolith on the socials. It's just interested to see how our first season here is going to end, which is not tonight. It's next week.
Okay.
Now it's my turn to go. Hi, I'm Ari. I am playing Kian tonight. The only shout out you need to be doing about this hair is the fact that the wig has stayed on this long. But I'm excited to see what we are going to be up to because I have no idea.
I'm Gina Vanish. I'm playing Dr. Claudia Fountain Blue Drake, Verbena, and I want to buy a property and clean it.
And hi, I'm Kara858, and I'm playing Phoenix, who is about to go into the Umbra at the conservatory. Conservatory for the first time. Should be fine. Should be completely fine. I'll let you know how it goes.
On this week's episode of This Old House.
Okay. Well, as you can see, I don't know what's happening. Everyone is doing their own thing, but that's fine because last time our cabal had just managed to deal with the chantry, managed to reawaken the node, and were given a request by an unlikely associate, we'll say. So, as the four of you have spent a day to yourselves, I ask you, what would you like to do today?
Well, I mean, Ethan is eager to get the ball rolling on the observatory and that, because access to that node, or easier access to that node, would be highly beneficial to stuff he wants to do along with everybody else.
Yep. Phoenix would definitely that was the plan. He was going to, of course, do any research he needed to do overnight to prepare for his excursion. Wait, if his last episode has been a week, so he would have been preparing the weeks, preparing throughout the week, I guess, for this excursion. Is there? I'm presuming, is there any roles I need to make, or do I have all the information I need to be able to?
We will see how prepared you are when the time comes. So for now, you don't make a roll. But when the time comes, we'll let you make a roll and see if you've brought anything you might have needed. So I think it is fair to say that you all are meeting up in the observatory. Claudia, you have received the formal contract and paperwork relating to business and the formal sale of the property. It is a meaty document, a meaty folder, we'll say. But yes, we'll say it is currently about 12 in the afternoon. So I leave the narrative to the four of you.
All right. So, and just to verify, you know what? No, you told me exactly what Ario said regarding what the parents being missing. So Phoenix is going to look at the others and say, "So, this is it. I think I prepared as much as I needed to, but I feel like before I go in, there should be something I should tell you. So it's when she was saying that the lady came by, and she said, "Hey, your parents, is missing. We can give you information." I went to go see my sister to ask about it, and she said, "It's up to you. You make the decisions about our parents being missing," which is weird. But because of that, I felt like she was saying that I can start making decisions. So, since you all are my all, I feel like there is something I should show you, and this is why I feel comfortable in the opera. And you're going to see him attempt to essentially take off this necklace from around his neck. And as you take it off, I think you slowly start to see these white wings start to manifest from his back, like they're being revealed from shadow. And they're just like, yeah. So this is kind of me. And this is why I feel natural in the opera.
Because you have wings? I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yes. So I'm what they call a Nephilim, which is like you're descended from like either angels or demons. So this is why I don't really know a lot, because I was born like this. So I couldn't really go to school, as you can imagine, with this on my back. So yeah.
Could see that being a little difficult.
Mm-hmm. Very difficult. I don't remember. I only remember the last 5 years after my awakening. But according to my sister, I didn't go anywhere. I had to stay at home. So yeah. So you don't have nothing to worry about. I am one of them. And he'll point. He'll point to the Umbra, the entrance. Be like, well, the people.
Well, all right then.
Okay.
I guess that just got a lot easier then, huh, guys? I think everybody else is speechless.
I'm just trying to figure out if it's still safe for you to go into the Umbra.
Well, yeah, I'm one of them. He points to the. Well, kind of.
You're pointing to an Umbra. How the hell does that make you part of them?
Well, so does anyone have the ability to see auras?
Sadly,
Oh, take a look.
not really.
Okay,
But I have more of your life aura, not the spiritual shit.
Oh. I have to put this on is because
So you've been wearing the.
Wait, what?
I was a sorcerer. I moved shit, guy. I went to school. Hey, I went actually across to Europe and learned too. And that's because a whole organization was trying to take me away.
Well, so just to clarify, I don't really know my parents. Well, I'm pretty sure I do. I just the ADHD and then the medications wearing off as late as night. Oh yeah, we were saying we were deviants. Yeah, so it was a lot to learn to try and handle, because even though it's people can't see it, I still have to. It's there, so I have to make sure at all times when people walk past, my wings does it like hit someone or someone walk into it or crash into it. That's the reason why I was concerned about swimming, because the draft of the water between the wings makes it a bit difficult. But yeah, just some stuff. But in any case, I wanted to let you all know, so therefore you would be aware of like where I said certain things, like what secrets. Now I feel like I have a little bit more liberty, it seems. So, ta-da! This is me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, is anyone have any questions of where I'm heading to before I go in, or want me to do, or anything before I go in?
Do you observe, report back? Where
Yeah.
does it go?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Just so you know, none of us can really go in and help you.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Should you bring like a camera phone in, like maybe record it?
Can he?
I don't know.
My previous experiences, do I know if camera phones work?
Roll. You could roll either intelligence in cosmology, intelligence in esoterica, or intelligence in occult. Either one. Either one of those things.
Ooh. Okay.
And
I think
I will also add that I would say Phoenix would be aware. You do not need the spirit sphere to enter the Umbra if there's already a hole in it.
yes. Oh yes. Phoenix would say, so you don't need a spirit sphere to enter the Umbra, since there's a hole in it. The only way to be able to head out is you would have to go through the same hole. Wait, anyone can actually technically walk through and experience the Umbra.
Why would I experience the Ember if I've never been there and I don't have the powers to turn around and circumvent and protect myself?
Yes. Yes. That was my idea as to why you did not want to go. I just wanted to make sure you all was aware that you technically could go. It's just this.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I just choose not to for my safety.
Yes. Okay, gotcha. All right. Sorry, you said intelligence and all three of them. Okay, so I think I have 3 dice in that one, right? Nicole? Yeah, I got 3 dice in Nicole. Okay.
And you can roll at difficulty 7.
Okay. 2 successes.
You would be, with 2 successes, you'd be aware items would not ordinarily, when stepping sideways, you couldn't bring things with you without using additional sphere effects for that. However, with a hole torn in the gauntlet, you aren't sure, but you do know it's a different realm entirely. So bringing a cell phone or a camera that hadn't been properly prepared for the journey, they wouldn't work. You wouldn't be able to call. You don't know if you could take a picture or not, but you wouldn't be able to use any wireless services or anything like that.
Yeah, so most things about a cell phone won't work in the Umbra, but a picture might work. I'll have to take a look and see. I'll see if I can record it and then report back. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I will see you all in a jiffy. Be back soon. Bye.
All right. So we will get. What? Something happened? No. All right. So we'll get to what happens to Phoenix in a little bit. But as Phoenix is disappearing, can I have a? All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Arcane Veil season 8. Season 1, episode 8. Goodness. So we'll just go ahead and pick up as if nothing happened, which for you guys, nothing did happen. So I believe Phoenix was entering the Umbra on a solo adventure. And while that was happening, I believe the rest of you were staying behind. Let's see. I did say that, Claudia, you had received the legal documents for your purchase, so you do have that at your disposal. So, what are the 3 of you doing while Phoenix is off in Wonderland?
She's dealing with the documents and he has a legal dictionary right by her and starting to highlight things so that she can ask questions from her legal friends. So she's doing
All
work.
right. All right. So, let's see how well you are doing. I don't believe you have any doubts in law. So,
Nope.
I will say you having the legal dictionary with you will allow you to make the roll, but it'll be
Okay.
difficult. So you can just roll your straight intelligence at difficulty. We'll say, I'll do 7. I'll be kind.
2.
2. All right, you're making what you think are decent notes. You're getting at least the larger points down, but it'll probably I would say you can figure you probably want someone with a bit more experience to go over it. Ethan and Kian, while Claudia is taking legal notes, what are you doing?
Well, I guess I would say that maybe Ethan is trying to figure out. I'm trying to think about how best Ethan can contribute here, because we have to get it bought first. We don't have it actually bought yet. We have the paperwork. We're here looking at it and poking around, but we can't like start really work on fixing it up in earnest until we own it.
That is true. You could start working on getting estimates and appraisals and, the pre-groundbreaking things.
I suppose. What would you want me to roll for that?
I would say, I don't think if you have law or, say, bureaucracy as a skill. So, I'd say you can just make me an intelligence and finance roll. I'll let this fall under finance.
Once again, we're looking for a man in finance.
Children
What's the
do not know what that means.
difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes. Mostly because I don't. Yeah, no. Yeah, 5 successes because I don't have any specialties.
All right. So I would say with 5 successes, you are able to get things lined up. No groundbreaking will be taking place, but you're getting kind of contracts and things like that squared away. You're getting people who can come in and clean the graffiti off the walls, people who can kind of give you an estimate on how long it'll take. You're doing a lot of that kind of, I won't say monotonous work, but necessary work.
Sure.
And I assume
Yeah,
Kian is doing something similar.
Kind of just like looking up local contractors and calling them to see if he can get like a rough estimate of how stuff's gonna cost.
Okay. I would say you can also make intelligence finance roll to kind of add into that, or academics, I suppose.
Don't have any of those.
I mean, you have intelligence,
Well,
right?
I have intelligence, but not finances. Or
Well,
True.
you can attempt to give encouraging words to the rest of your kobold.
well, since I'm
That's about
calling, can I do anything with like charisma and like expression? Since I'm verbally engaging with someone and not using a computer.
it. Sure, you could make people like you a bit better. That does help. Roll charisma and expression.
Difficulty
6.
Oh. 1 success. That's it.
Okay. So, while the 3 of you are taking care of all of that, Phoenix, as you step across the gauntlet, it isn't so much as a entering a new world as it is a bit of a homecoming for you. You are not, I believe you are still not wearing the necklace. Is that correct?
That's correct. So which I forgot to mention, when the necklace would have came off because of his 3 dots in resonance, there would have been this very strong calming effect, like everyone just took the ganja. So he's just letting loose all of letting loose, like him being himself and embracing himself for like the first time, like without reservation of having to be hidden or controlled or looked down on. But yeah, he's just soaking it in as like, I'm home.
Okay. As you step into the Umbra, you find yourself in a small section of green. What looks to be a old, vibrant ruins. A stone monolith with a section that you can tell now that you've been there in the material world is supposed to be a telescope, but it looks more like a large eye staring up into a fathomless outer space. The stars are incredibly vibrant, almost like someone had hand painted them. And as you look around, you can see the area, the nature you're in is encased by a static world. You can see bits and pieces that resonate with you, a calmness, a stasis, but it's also not like you. You can see where sections of the buildings should be different by small, minute differences. Instead is uniformity, as if someone had copied the same glass, the same structure over and over again. What do you do?
You said there was a telescope that looks like an eye in the middle?
Yes, the ruins, and then at the top of it, where from the material world, would be where the telescope would be. It looks like a large eye that is looking up.
All right. I think first they would do is look at the areas that looks like somebody did a copy P, a copy C, a copy paste, copy pasta on the wall, and you figure out what is transpiring there. Why would that be like that?
You can make an intelligence and cosmology roll.
Okay.
The difficulty would be 7.
7. All right. So that's one less die. Okay. Here we go. Wait. Oh, nice! Holy crap! That is 4 successes. I wish I had a 4 dots of intelligence. But it's okay.
You would know from the lessons your teacher, your sister, has given you that the world can be divided into roughly a triad of forces: entropy, dynamism, and stasis. Technology, the urban centers, tend to align more with that static, unchanging nature, which is similar to where your heritage comes from, but not quite the same. This, you can tell, it's almost a extreme version of what your resonance would be. Where yours is more in union with the world. This is closer to an enforced stasis, enforcing things to be calm, to be the same.
Be the same versus. As you can tell, I'm writing notes, the classic OneNote, because I can tell this is going to be very important in the future. Okay, so is it safe to say that I can give a consensus that this has been manipulated by the technocracy of some sort, since they are also stasis based?
I would say with 4 successes, there is a similarity, but it isn't the technocracy's influence alone. Stasis, the unchanging nature, is a part of nature. It existed before the technocracy, before the Order of Reason, and will exist likely long after. But the technocracy does thrive more often in such an environment than most tradition mages do.
Gotcha. Okay. And after getting an idea of, with that curiosity, I think I will next examine the telescope, I guess. See if there's someone who's there. See what connection that may have.
All right. So, are you going to make your way inside the ruin, or are you going to fly up to it?
Oh, actually, I'll just fly up to it. I'm free falling. That's not copyright. That's only 2 words.
All right, you take off, and it does take a bit of effort to reach the top. And as you do, you notice, although it looks like an eye, there is no awareness inside. It is effectively a lens. And when you look down, you can see there are people inside. Though as you try and focus on them, their features are wrong. They are almost exaggerations of what the human form should look like. It's almost too perfect, too ideal. And each person is moving, and you can see they are mimicking what people would be doing in this position, though they aren't actually doing it. You can see they stop and look at one another as if having a conversation, though there are no words. You can see they are miming, interacting with what should be consoles, with data printouts, things like that, but there is nothing there. They don't seem to have noticed you.
Can I take a look and see what type of aura that may have?
Sure. Roll me, let's see, it'll be a perception check. That'll be perception based, so you can roll your RT at difficulty 4.
Okay.
Actually, you're close enough to a node, so it'll be difficulty 3.
Ooh, nice. Okay. 3 successes.
All right. Now roll me your perception and awareness to see what you pick up.
Oh yes, one of my great stats. Okay. 3, 4. Nice. All right. So that is 2, 4. What was the difficulty?
You rolled 3 successes, so we'll put it down to 3.
Oh, 3? Okay. Okay, so, perfect. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes with 2 crits.
As you're looking at them, but remind me, what was your question again? I want to make sure I don't give you too much information.
Too much? Really? that is what I'm looking for here. But it's okay. I'm looking for the aura. I'll look at the auras. See what the auras look like.
As you look at them, what you see doesn't make a lot of sense. Because the auras initially look human. But every so often, as they move, the auras shift into a vibrant color. Let me double check to make sure I have the correct description. Someone may recognize this color. It looks like rainbows. The colors almost flow downward before returning to a more muted human-like color. But there's no emotion in it.
Is it our family's rainbows? Is it Nephilim's rainbows? I know it's highly luminous, but I think it's also rainbows as well.
You can roll intelligence in esoterica to find out if you know what rainbow means.
I'm pretty sure I would have saw my sister's aura and be like, "Oh yeah, that's." I mean, okay. Well, you said esoterica. Okay.
Esoterica, yeah. Difficulty.
What's the difficulty? 8. Oh. What?
Ain't no thing.
Oh, take that. 3 successes. 3 9s, a 5, and a 6.
You know that it is not uncommon for beings like you to have multicolored auras, but not quite rainbows. There is some overlap, but what you're seeing now is different. You recall your sister mentioning something about marauders having similar auras, but this doesn't seem to be the same. The way she described it, it was more like a rainbow highlight over something. But this is different. This one is very different, and you don't know.
Now, does this just reflect on one of the individuals or all of them?
It's all of them.
Hmm. Okay. I think how much would I let's see, night oh yes, naivety trait. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, this is gonna bite me in the butt. He's gonna talk to them. Dang it. Why I chose that. God dang it. Yeah, he's gonna make his way over to see who they are.
Are you making any attempt to hide yourself as you approach? And are you entering from above, or are you going down and then into the building?
I think he was to try to appear as non-threatening as possible, and especially as like especially supposed to feel like one of them. So he's going to fly down and then enter the location. Go talk to him.
Okay. As you return to the ground and you make your way inside, you can feel something wash over you. It's very faint. It's almost like the echo of something that had been here. The desire to change, to make something. But as you walk, you begin to see these creatures. And at first, they don't seem to notice you. They don't seem to interact. It isn't until you get about halfway inside that they all freeze, their heads turning toward you in unison. And then they don't do anything.
Hello? How are you all doing? They would not mention his name because names has powers. He would say, I would just like to see how everything is here. This is my first time here.
They
Haven't
don't
been here
respond.
long. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't want to disturb you if you're doing something important. But if you're all busy, because I don't wish to disturb, and I hope you all have a great day. If they don't respond or say anything, he doesn't see that. Would he be aware of like? These are not spirits. He doesn't feel like spirits, so there's no protocol of like the approach or talk to them. You said my character is just not aware of what these individuals actually are, right?
You don't think so? You have no idea?
Okay. In that case, yeah, he's just going to head back out of the room and continue to explore the upper.
Right. As you leave, they watch you, but they don't make any attempt to stop you.
Okay.
Once again, you are back outside.
Okay. I think he's going to pop his head out of the umbra to see if the rest of the cabal mates are there.
Sure. I would say it is up to the three of you. If any of you have left, if you'd still be there.
I don't know if we'd be exactly in the spot right in front of the door.
Okay.
Yeah, Kian's a little farther off, like on the phone with like he's got a pen and he's like writing on his arm because he doesn't have a piece of paper with him. Kind of writing down some quotes so he can write them down later.
Oh, perfect. Well, at least if he hears some noise, he's gonna be like, Kian! And he's just gonna fly out of the umbra and then just like kind of squeeze.
He's like this, like, no, I'm on the phone.
Oh, okay. I'll wait. He literally just stands there and waits until you're finished with the phone call.
All right, what?
Wow. Was that a horrible call?
No, I'm calling to figure out how much this is going to be to fix up.
Oh, okay. Well, there's people inside in the Umbra. When I tried to talk to them, they just froze and looked at me. They didn't say anything. They just popped. But they look very unique. They're not like marauders, but they do have like an aura, kind of like my aura is also kind of like a marauder, but their aura is like kind of like also like a marauder. So we're all kind of similar but different.
Are they like people or spirits?
People. They're not spirits.
Wonder if some mages just made a little house in there or something.
That's what I thought. But then it felt like that they were kind of like going through the motions. Like they were going to a specific spot, but when they were supposed to turn the knob, they stopped. So it almost felt like I was like in the middle of a reincarnation of something or a recreation of like a memory of an echo. But I couldn't, so it was interesting. I tried to talk to them, but they weren't very friendly.
I mean, that's at least good to know what's on the other side.
I just wanted to let you all know. Should I try again or should I just keep going?
I mean, I would just keep going then, like, if they're not doing any harm.
Okay.
Claudia, do you have a piece of paper?
Fascinating.
I'm running out of room on my forearm.
Here, hold on. And she will open up her backpack, pull open a spiral, and hand a spiral to Kian.
Thank you. We are not using the Knox brothers. They are charging like way above anything else anybody else has said.
That's fair. And I'm also looking at what they're wanting us to pay for property and then also trying to budget if we can get a mortgage on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to be a pain in the ass. I don't know if we'll be able to outright buy it at the moment, but if we can at least mortgage it for the moment. And then as I'm going through this, trying to identify all the legal is a bitch. I'm going to have to go to one of my law buddies.
Yeah. Ethan, are you having any luck on your end with prices?
Yeah, I've got some stuff lined up. Seems okay.
Are you doing this through, and she kind of waivers the contract going through the city, like companies that are related within the city?
Yeah, well, that was the request by them, so
I'm just making sure because I'm reading all this and trying to break it down. And my degree is in agriculture, not legal.
Not legal bullshit. Yeah.
My degree's in literature.
Do you think though the cabal that pretty much set us on a mission may have someone since they're all tech based? You mean one of them may be good in lawyering stuff?
No.
Oh no.
They pretty much said you're on your own. Here's the node. Here's where you can go look for it, go find it, make it your own, and claim it as your own and do what you will with it. That's pretty much what they said.
And we're already one favor deep with my mentor. I'm not getting any more favors. No more favors from him.
No, that's fair, and that's understandable. We still owe him. We still have to pay that back. That's gonna be a bitch. But hey, we know what we gotta do. It's fine. I'll try and see if I can get a lawyer friend into this. It's cool. Because I'm not signing anything without a lawyer going through this. Why what?
Why is the favor considered the B word? For the grandpa? You said we do the B word. So what you just said, the B word. The BITCH?
Oh, it's a bitch?
Yes, that.
You can swear.
Allegedly.
I ain't frying him. Not my kid.
So another thing, because of who I come from, and kind of like pushes my personality in a way, so I'm kind of like forced to do certain things.
Oh, fucking hell. You can't swear because you're from the goddamn angels?
Yeah, I it's kind of like...
You're talking to a pagan.
Oh,
What the fuck is an angel?
I'm still trying to figure that out, Mister.
Yeah,
I know a
well,
bit.
it's a part of a religion I don't believe in. So
Oh, you don't believe in
hey,
it? But I'm literally
I'm a
like right here.
I'm a
Oh,
pagan. What part of pagan do we not get? You are a Order of Hermes. Tell me you are not educated in the religions of the world.
well, yes. See, I kind of forgot what pagan was, but but
I'm a witch.
yes,
Do you know what that means?
yes.
What does that mean?
If I understand correctly, you're believing into the earth, and
The gods and goddesses around that connected to the earth.
mm-hmm.
There are no angels. There are no devils. There is no heaven. There is no hell.
You mean you
Your
just don't believe it, or
It does
or
not exist. There are no angels. There are no devils in mythology.
eh?
I'll let you 404 on that one. You might want to
Yeah,
ask your mentor to update you on occult. She just
very.
smiles and continues on. Like I I'm just really hard grasping your Order of Hermes and you don't know that.
Well, so I understand about religion. I never assumed that someone would
There's the word.
exclude.
That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for.
Here's the problem. An angel could easily be a spirit to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Just a spirit that does good. We don't necessarily always believe it comes from a higher being.
I see.
Like, my parents are changelings.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they have a bunch of stuff connected to them. Like, they believe fate is woven onto a damn tapestry.
But that makes sense. I mean, why couldn't all of this exist? That's the part that kind of confuses me. I didn't think you would just think of one way and like nothing else exists. I think that's the curveball for me.
It's like tomato, tomato.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like, you can say, oh, I come from an angel, but Claudia could be like, oh, that's just like a spirit.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be down on you or anything, my guy. I'm not. I'm just trying to gently evolve your understanding because clearly you're not evolving your understanding through your studies. For us, we expect the orders of Hermes to be different. Like I almost got put into your order because I questioned and I had so much knowledge on earth and herbalism and farming and a lot of esoteric understandings of what that does due to my understanding of sorcery and that I've been a sorcerer since I was 5. So when you're saying look at me, I'm like, okay.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really like a look at me ordeal. It was
I'm
more.
trying to give you that understanding from my perspective. I'm not trying to down you or anything. I'm just going, okay. I'm questioning the whole understanding of things, but I was trying to give you the understanding of this is where we're at, or where I am at least, with the understanding of you're saying you're an angel and a Nephilim. I'm like,
I mean, there's definitely there's always going to be different factions per se. Like I learned a lot of my Changeley stuff in their point to Kia. Like before that, I knew some stuff, but most of the things I learned is uh through him. So I mean, it makes sense that we all come from different areas, and then we try to learn what that or pick up what that area is from. Makes sense.
so, and I'd love to get your parents or, well, no, I wouldn't. I'd love to get the understanding of why you weren't let outside. That's what I want to know. And don't tell me about your wings. You're talking to somebody, she'll pull over Keen. His whole family's screwed up. Myths are a thing. I was a sorcerer walking around where I could have zapped anyone. I had to learn how to control my power since the age of 5. So,
So,
the
Y'all
order
just wait until you actually see what my parents look like without their human form. Jesus.
Oh, that's gonna be a thing and a time.
I'm telling you. Unfortunately, my parents are very gorgeous.
why unfortunately?
Better
I
than
mean,
what Kian is. Kian's fantastically handsome, but they decided to turn it up a notch. Sorry, Kian, I don't mean to embarrass you, but still, you are.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's a whole other notch. I physically look like what their human form looks like, but they got a whole separate form. Like my dad is, unfortunately, has to fight the people off of him, especially the satyrs. That annoys him.
Are they still all over him?
He got propositioned by a troll the last time I talked to him.
I thought they were noble.
Evidently, my dad is weirdly the favorite in the freehold, and he is confused by it the entire time because he's married.
I mean, that's fair.
And my mother's just amused by the entire thing, but I find very little unamuses her. Speaking of my mother, I actually need to call her. She did not respond to my text. He's gonna step out of the room to go call his
oh, okay. Well,
That's a whole ass thing.
I hope that conversation goes well.
Have you ever seen a lead bullet? No, have you ever seen a lead balloon, actually?
A lead balloon or a lead bullet?
Yeah. Balloon. It's going to go over like a lead balloon.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I wish you all luck. I'm gonna hop back in. And I will see you all in a jiffy. Okay, bye. And off he goes.
All right. So while Phoenix is returning to the Umbra, Kian, you wish to make a phone call. Is that correct?
Yes, he's gonna call his mommy.
Roll me a d10.
Oh. 6.
You let the phone ring a few times before it connects. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Hello, how can I help you?
I'm doing well, thank you, Mother. It's really nice to hear your voice. No, I was just calling because I never got a response back to my text message, and I was a little worried that something might have happened to you and Dad. But Dad never answers his phone. I'm pretty sure he leaves it uncharged.
We are doing all right. We are preparing for a trip. Fortunately, I'm not exactly an experienced neuromancer, so I can't exactly tell you what your dreams mean, though they do sound unpleasant.
I was just wondering if it was anything I needed to keep an eye on.
I don't know. Do you think so?
Well, it's not every day I end up in a misty area with some random skeletal looking person putting a hand on me.
It is said that our dreams may have some meaning or some lesson from our subconscious.
Are you telling me to meditate on it?
It could be helpful.
All right, I will do so. Where are you and Dad off to?
Oh, the United States.
Why?
Debts and favors.
Oh, no. Well, if you're in the neighborhood, you can happily come over and stay.
Hi, kids, Mom!
Claudia says hi.
Hello. I will let you
She
know.
Okay. Well, I will go. I've got to go finish calling about buildings, supplies and stuff. I love you,
Okay.
Mom.
Have you as well, dear.
He'll hang up so he doesn't continue to bother his mom. He's
Okay.
actually gonna find a place to sit down and take her up on that offer later to meditate on it.
All right. I believe that is all from the mundane half of our cabal. So then I guess we return to Phoenix Explorers Umbra. I'm sure that's perfectly fine.
Just
So-
doing some, normal people work, some taxes, some
The adult shit.
mortgages. Yeah. Calling mom.
Absolutely. Yeah, perfectly
Well, at least
fine.
your mom's alive. God.
When always has to call mommy.
Always have to-
She
You have
lives in
the
a whole
option
other
to.
country.
You have the option to.
Yeah,
Okay, so Phoenix, you return to the Umbra. What do you do?
Oh, so I think I mapped out the areas that we've seen so far. So yeah, I guess I would go further in and see what's inside.
Are you flying?
Yes.
All right, you leave the small bit of nature and you enter the city, and you very quickly notice everything is the same, almost as if the city has become a labyrinth of glass and steel. You pass through it, the streets were empty, but as you get further from the place you entered, you begin to see people. So you quickly realize they're not people, they're more copies of people. They move in a way that is similar to the ones you saw inside the ruins, though not quite the same. These ones are much more robotic, almost like watching mannequins move. You can see some that are dressed like police officers, some like regular people, some like firefighters. Each one moving, though it's as if they're moving on set tracks. Can I have a dexterity and stealth roll from Phoenix?
Oh, okay. Dexterity and stealth? I mean, sure. Okay.
The difficulty would be 7.
Oh. You know what? Just be on the safe side. I feel like this is important, so I'm going to use a willpower to guarantee me success. Okay, difficulty 7. Okay, 3 successes with the willpower.
You continue to fly over the streets, and you see the same thing. As you continue forward, you see the windows of the buildings begin to fill with people. Well, they don't seem to notice you. And as you're moving, you begin to see what looks to be cables, wires stretching across. Now you can tell they don't seem to be going to anything. They don't seem to be connected to anything, or even connected based on any kind of predetermined rules. They almost seem to stretch across like stitches or nets. And you can see electricity is passing through them, though you don't think it's going into the buildings. It's almost like someone's made a razor wire. Do you continue?
First thing I would like to do is the aura check on the robotic folks to see what they look like.
Sure. I would say you can. Well, just give me the same 2 rolls: your Arte and then your perception awareness. The base difficulty for the Arte will be 4.
Okay. All right. 3 successes for that. Okay. So
Difficulty
4.
3 on the perception roll.
5 successes with 1 crit.
All right. You can tell they are spirits, certainly, though their the dominant color seems to be blue, very calm, almost emotionless.
Almost emotionless. Okay. All right. Yeah. In that case, I keep on going. Try to map my way towards the node to see what the connection pattern.
You continue forward, and the city stays the same. Though you begin to feel that there are eyes on you, but you aren't quite sure from where. You can't tell if it's the mannequin-like people, and you aren't sure if it's dangerous or not. As you begin to approach the location of the lake, you find a crystal clear pool of water. And as you look at it, at first it seemed normal. But the longer you stare at it, the more it seems wrong. It looks more like someone took what water was supposed to be like and just laid it down. You don't see any of the ripples that would be there, any of the reflections that should be in the water. Instead, it's one uniform pool of blue.
And my understanding, the spirit that we met last time was underneath this location, right? This pool of water.
Based on what you saw in the material world, yeah.
Do I see the ley line connections between that section over to the conservatory? Do I see where the ley lines interject?
From the air? No.
There's eyes. It feels like there's watching me. Okay, that sounds like a bit red alert. He's interested, but he's definitely not stupid. So they're going to. I think this was enough of an excursion for now. Was there anything else that we wanted to take a look at in the Umbra in case Kira forgot? Was there something else we wanted to examine?
The connection to the chantry.
Yes, that's the ley lines, right? But you said I can't see that from where I'm at.
I cannot. You. Look at this.
You know what? The mission was to see the connection. You haven't seen it yet. I think just to be on the safe side, they're going to fly back to where their group is. And to inform them essentially of like the peering eyes that seems to be around that location as you get closer. Just inform them that it may be a bit dangerous. I mean, but he'll still try if they wanted to proceed. But just want to give them a heads up.
All right, through the magic of editing, you are able to return safe and sound to find your cabal where you left them.
Is anyone on the phone? Okay. So it seems like as I got closer to the spot, there was definitely some eyes that appears to be watching me. It felt like it was looking at me. I couldn't really see the connection to the chantry from where I was, but that was because I was up in the air. I could get closer, but I feel like it might start to tip into dangerous territory. So I can proceed, but just want to give a heads up if that's what we want to do.
I mean, Well, don't put yourself in danger.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like
There's
feel
no
like
use to do that. You're just doing a little bit of reconnaissance.
that's true. Okay, yeah, then I won't go any further there because I feel like if I would have go closer, it probably would start to enter into danger territory because there definitely felt like there was eyes on me. That's for sure.
Could you see any eyes?
No, I can feel it. I can sense it.
Was it like
And then
friendly eyes, unfriendly vibes? Like what were you getting?
I was feeling unfriendly vibes, right?
Uh, you just felt like you were being watched. You couldn't detect any emotion behind it.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was something about dangerous. Okay. It just felt like I was being watched. I couldn't really tell if they had, you know, bad intentions per se. So I was definitely being watched, though.
Well, that's a bit concerning.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've made all the notes of that I'm going to. Ethan, do you find anything?
I mean, I found what I needed to find, which was got the paperwork done. I got some stuff lined up, and it seems like, as far as contractors and potential like estimates and stuff goes. So, and it's with all the city related people. So far, so good.
We're gonna have to figure out where to go from here, especially with that contract need to be looking over with somebody with some actual legal experience.
I'll
Yeah.
get a hold of some friends, or I'll just go to a lawyer. I can retain one.
I mean, I'd say fax it to my brother, but that's two different legal systems.
That, and I suck at speaking in Gaelic.
He speaks English. The accent's just a little thicker than mine.
I know, but sometimes I want to turn around and actually kind of, quip back at something, And I don't think he's
I'll
good in
teach you all
French.
the things.
Oh,
Actually, I don't know. I'm about to ask him later. All right, what are we doing next? Do we want to go get some lunch or something? Feels like
Ooh,
lunchtime.
food.
Okay.
Ethan is always down for food.
yeah, I can't DoorDash here.
Yeah, they're gonna see the door and think they're being pranked.
You're not wrong. Well, here's my question to you guys. I'll send this to my. You know what? Fuck it. I'll get a lawyer. I'll send it to them. Get the retainings, all that fun stuff, and then see what they have to say. I'll break it down to you, and find out how much we have to pay.
Makes sense.
Or at least see if we can get a mortgage and what the down payment's gonna be.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
not
I've
fun.
got a decent savings.
I'll use a little bit of equity of what I've got, so we'll see. Shouldn't be too bad. And she's gonna actually step away and call one of the lawyers she was looking up to retain and see if they will go over the contract. Please and thank you.
Okay. So while Claudia's making some phone calls, well, let's just deal with that first. So let's see. Roll me an intelligence. No, roll me charisma. And we'll do expression. Why not? We'll do expression.
You have to have expression.
Well, you can still roll a. You can roll a talent without having it. It's,
Okay.
you can't roll out knowledge if you don't have it. So difficulty
Yeah.
6. Just pure charismatic energy.
Ooh.
Okay. I would say you managed to negotiate a price. Are you only looking to have them look over this specific document or to do anything else?
currently this document and to help with the facilitating and purchasing the property.
All right, so I
So
would
real
say
estate,
that
lawyer, whatever.
it will cost you, let's say, a temporary dot of resources, so it'll return at the end of the season.
Okay.
But that'll take care of it.
I don't know if we can wait that
Well,
long.
Told you have no choice. I guess I'm not telling you. So while Claudia is trying to get legal representation, what about the other three?
Well, I think, given that we're kind of like waiting, on this and getting connected, that I'll go ahead and I think Ethan's interested in doing a little poking around of a certain about a certain individual that our friend may have asked us to look into, seeing if he can uncover a little bit of cursory information, given his limited access to stuff out here on site. Just start, doing a little digging, make use of his time.
Roll intelligence and investigation.
What's the DC?
We'll do 6 for basic information.
Okay, so 3.
All right, so you pull up the basic information on Mr. Brooks. You can see that he is a tech CEO, for lack of a more comprehensive term. Currently, he is working to revitalize the former steel manufacturing in the city. He has already received several contracts to do so and has already started building and rebuilding those things. You see, he has been a bit of a very well liked philanthropist. He has several connections with several different charity organizations, each one designed to do seemingly something different, all of it good from what you are able to see. He has several different initiatives to clean up the oceans, several different things to own, several businesses, several aspects of the technology sector, including banking. He has a virtual currency as well.
Of course,
Let's
it's
see what
crypto.
3. Yeah, so all the things.
So it's the cool stuff kids go for now.
Let's see, with 3 successes, yeah, you basically know all of that. Let's see.
Okay. So he's a busy guy, which, not to be unexpected as a CEO, right? Like we would expect Mr. CEO to be busy. And even if he is up to no good, he's obviously going to be making it look like he's not. The cleaner they look, the dirtier they are. It's just science.
Sure. Any other information you want to look into?
I'd like to see if I can get some like a comprehensive breakdown of all of the businesses that he's involved with. So and then maybe potentially probably wouldn't be able to do it here on my phone or whatever I have, but start trying to digging a little deeper and seeing what we can find about possible shell companies he might be associated with and linked to. Even if they don't necessarily have his name on them, they might be owned by like a parent company that he's a CEO of. Could be tied back to him, and stuff like that. Trying to dig up a little bit of it, trying to pull on the string and see what comes out.
Okay. You can roll intelligence technology or intelligence investigation. Difficulty 8.
Ooh.
See here. Oh, that was a better roll. Yeah, 4 successes.
It's surprisingly difficult to find out any direct information about the companies Ethan works with. You can see on kind of an initial look, they are all small and very focused businesses. But you begin to see that there are some repeated names, all of which are connected with the technocracy, except for one. One referred to as Black Mammon. It's very difficult to find any mention of it. It only shows up one time in reference to a business with a different company, a Black Dog Entertainment. Can I have you roll me a willpower roll, please?
Oh, snap. Snippety, snappity.
Difficulty 7.
2 success.
2 successes. For a moment, you can feel your mind begin to fog as something begins to pull at those memories, that bit of information. But you're able to resist. And you can see now it is connected to a corporation called Pentex. Though to call it a corporation is putting it lightly. Officially, it's connected to oil, which is the connection that you begin to see more often with Mr. Brooks. He has several different companies that are supposedly cleaning the ocean, repairing habitats that have been damaged by oil spills and things like that. But they all seem to go back to the same company, this Pentex.
Do I have any familiarity at all? Have I ever heard of Pentex before?
You have not.
Okay. So Black Mammon connection ties back to a Pentex. We'll put corporation in quotes. All right. Interesting. Well, I feel like those two names are pretty interesting. With the Black Mammon investigation turning up Pentex, is Ethan able to try and see if he can find any more information on Pentex?
You certainly can try.
He can try. Doesn't mean he'll be successful. So investigation, right?
Difficulty 8.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
Just curious, what is the likelihood that my character may know my other mage character that's connected to werewolf? Just curious, just a hypothesis question. You know, is that possible to know each other since they're both mages?
No.
You know each other.
Yeah,
It's fine.
right.
It's fine. Everybody.
No.
Oh, isn't this is I feel like this is an ironic series of. I feel like this average lines up with the Infernalist and Pentex Corporation. I got 3 successes, but the average of the 6 rolls is 6.66. Dun, dun, dun.
So with that many successes, you learn a very brief rundown of the corporation. You know that its original name was Premium Oil, and it was started by a man named Jeremiah Lassiter in the late 1800s. So looking over it, it seems normal to you? I mean, the business leaders aren't exactly pleasant people, but nothing more than you'd expect for just any kind of high level business. There's some reported connections to the Rockefellers and
Sure.
other similar people. You do notice, oddly enough, a lot of the business's leaders seem to die. And not just normally. They all seem to die in accidents, automobile accidents, building accidents. But other than that, it seems normal to you. Powerful business, very wealthy, but nothing unusual.
Okay. Ethan's interested in the name Mammon, and does he automatically, with his occult knowledge, have any? Does that bring anything up to him?
Let's see. Last time you all asked that question, you learned that Mammon was connected to Infernalist belief.
I
If
can't
you
even
want
remember us
to
asking that
know,
question.
it was very brief. You did
Yeah.
learn, I believe it was Phoenix who knew, but
Okay.
I would say you would need a source to look into it with, as an additional information source to make another roll.
Makes sense. I mean, it
It-
seems like we got a lot of pretty good information, like just right now. What was the CEO's name?
The original one, is that like Jeff
No, the
Jeremiah
one that's
Lassiter?
running right now.
Oh, let's see. Harold Zettler is the current owner.
All right.
Actually, no,
So
I'm wrong.
he's
It's Peter Culliford is new.
oh,
Here, I will post it in the chat for you.
look, Ma, I made notes.
And to
Oh,
verify, we
mistake.
were talking about the Mammon. That referring to the Dark Star, the antithesis of light, which is the opposite of what I am.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, have that in my notes.
Okay. All right. So our tech CEO, Peter Culliford, uh, is tied to Black Mammon, who are tied to Pentex Corporation, um, whose obviously, surface level history doesn't turn up too much aside from their origin story. But, uh, yeah, I wouldn't expect there to be a Wikipedia entry on them.
To clarify, Peter is the current head of Pentex. Ethan Brooks is the
Oh,
man you are looking into.
oh wow! I was able to find out the
Yeah,
the current head of Pentex. You said who is the
it's
one I'm
public
looking into?
info. Ethan Brooks.
Okay.
But the current lead head of Pentex is public information you can find on the internet.
Well, that's fine. I thought last time we ran into Pentex in a different game, the information of Pentex
Oh
even
no, it was a
existence was
different world.
treated as
It was a
so.
different
Okay,
world. It was
all
not
right,
the
all
same.
right, all right, all right, all right.
Is that the reason why I can't reach out to my
It was a
werewolf
different.
mage
Does
character to see if he
does it
can bring
exist?
in,
Does it exist?
does it exist? They don't exist? Is that the
No.
AU? Okay.
Entirely different thing.
Yeah, last time it was like, no, you can't find. I mean, Pentex does not have a website or a page. They've gone to great lengths to hide themselves. But hey, if they're more on the open here, that's totally fine. I got no problem with that. I feel like that was some fruitful information gathering, and since I seem to have hit a wall with needing to access somebody else, look further into it, I'd probably just share that information with the other members of the cabal, as people seem to when people seem to be kind of lingering and not busy, with something else. It's be like, hey, there's just had a free moment. I was looking up that guy our friend was talking about, and very interesting connections.
Well, what did you find?
Well, Mr. Ethan Brooks seems to be connected to a Black Mammon corporation.
Oh yeah, that's the Dark Star.
And Black Mammon's ties back to Pentex or a Pentex
That I know.
corporation.
Pentex? What is Pentex?
I'm not super familiar with them. There wasn't a lot of information outside of their roots being an oil company from the late 1800s.
Storyteller, what would I know being that I deal with pharmaceutical and poisons?
You can roll intelligence in politics, intelligence in
I got medicine.
esoterica. I would say this is less knowledge of medicine specifically, more of like businesses and things like that. Because you aren't really looking into a specific medicine, you're looking into more of a corporation.
I don't have politics. I don't have esoteric.
You could roll work. I don't think so. I would say you could, if you have research, you can make a research roll, but it'll be harder.
Don't have that either. Well, never mind.
I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Wow. Well, great job, Ethan. You got the ball started.
Well, had a little free time here, wanted to, didn't want to waste it. We seems like we've got the ball rolling on, our project here, and figured, interesting to poke around a little bit. Our friend seems to be into some interesting things himself.
Yeah, the Dark Star is no good. That's no bueno.
Muy no bueno.
Is that enough evidence, or do they need more? What? How much evidence do they need?
Well, I guess if we feel like this is enough, we could try to contact them with it. Although I feel like we could maybe dig a little bit deeper, because right now this is all circumstantial, and I feel like
Black Mammon? No, that's not circumstantial.
Not to you, not to you, but if I'm a CEO running a large company, I can easily explain away, connections of that nature. Well, I don't have, intricate, detailed knowledge of every single business that we do business with. If we have somebody untoward, that has become affiliated with us, we'll just have to cut them loose. That type of thing.
Oh, that is sneaky. That is really sneaky.
Probably something a little more finessed than that, but you get the
That was amazing.
idea.
Yeah, I get it. That was amazing. I was like, oh yeah, that's all they have to do. Like, oh, I don't know these folks. They're a tertiary group. Wow. Okay.
CEOs are very good at deflecting blame from themselves.
Oh, we got problems then.
Indeed. Well, I think the technocracy may have some bigger problems if this is one of their poster boys.
Indeed. What I could do is I could reach out to see if there's any known Nefandi groups in our location, because I'm not aware of any, but I'm pretty sure I could reach out to the family to see if they know of any groups.
No, I mean, any help would be useful. We're in very foreign territory here. I don't. These businesses I have no real knowledge of outside of what I've learned today. So, yeah, any additional help would be fantastic.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, because I want to find my parents. So, okay, I will be back. I will go see my family, see if they know anything.
Yeah, that's great. And because even though us and the technocracy may not be the best of friends, to put it lightly, Infernalists are nobody's friends.
Mm. Oh yeah, there's something in my core that really does not like that. So yeah, I can definitely tell. Okay.
Claudia, as you all are having this conversation, you receive a text message from an unknown number, simply saying, "I see you."
Cool. Take a picture.
Say that again.
Cool. Take a picture.
Send you a picture.
Yeah.
A moment later, you receive a picture of the four of you from an angle that doesn't make a lot of sense. It seems to be coming from above and to the right. But when you look up there, you don't see anything.
She'll look above to the right, take a picture, send it back saying, I see you too.
Moments later, you receive another message.
LOL.
I see them.
Who is them?
No response.
People trolling you again.
Well, I got the lawyer booked, and then she just kind of, Kian, think fast, and she'll throw her phone to you, and she's left it on the text message thing. Check that out.
Interesting. Ethan.
Right there.
Interesting.
I mean, it's kind of cheeky way of going, I see you, but you don't see me.
Could I put on the aura? Do I see any auras there?
No.
Ethan having what Ethan and his tech business affiliation, Techno Mage, stuff. Would this ring any bells for him? Would he have any inklings that this might be like, oh, I don't know, a satellite viewing us?
Roll intelligence in either occult or esoterica.
Okay.
Can I roll occult? I have that.
Sure. You can roll occult
Yeah,
as well. You can all roll it if you have it. If you use occult, the difficulty will be 9. If you use esoterica, the difficulty is 8.
Is it
Nice.
intelligence?
Yep, and intelligence.
Hey, you said esoterica is 8? All right, I would choose esoterica then.
Yeah, I got
esoterica. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, if you have esoterica, that is right.
Yeah.
1 success.
Yeah, you have to. 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Makes sense. He doesn't know much about.
0 for Claudia. 3.
Tree. That's 2 9s and a 0.
3 as well for esoterica.
For those of you with 3 successes, it seems familiar to you. This situation seems familiar. You feel like you might have heard a story about it before, though you can't remember quite what it was. Ethan, with your successes, you do remember hearing about a person, a thing, a being that watches people. It's as you were being told from another person who had been told by another person. It's very similar to that movie about receiving a call and then dying right after, though you don't really know if it's true. You've really only heard 4th and 5th hand information about it.
Lots of urban legends.
Okay, give me 1 second. And I'm going to slip sideways to see if I see them in the umbra.
Okay. I assume you're going through the whole.
Yeah.
You look in the Umbra and you don't see anything.
Okay, they don't come back out and say they're not in the Umbra either. What?
So
I
they're
don't think
just
phones work in the Umbra.
they're just
That's
being
true.
spooky.
Claudia, you
I'm
receive
I'm
another
going to share
text
the
message.
information that what little information I know.
Claudia, you receive another text message. This one,
Ethan's
can
holding my
tell-
phone.
well, Ethan, you received the text message.
On
Ethan,
Claudia's
you
phone.
see it looks like an office, and it is seemingly taking the picture from behind of a woman, maybe in her early 40s. You aren't quite sure. Jeans, t-shirt, who seems to be in the middle of a conversation with someone you can't see from the picture.
I'm just going to respond. Who dat?
Valid response. Well done, my man.
No response.
So I know who she is. If I take a look at the picture.
Yes. Claudia, you recognize her as one of the teaching assistants at the university. Someone is closer to retirement and has been kind of in a, not quite being a fully tenured professor, but also not quite a teaching assistant either. She's kind of in this middle space where she's not really being paid professor numbers, but she's working professor like hours. But I would say you would know her name as Sarah McDonald.
Oh my God, Ethan, you don't know who this is? Sweet baby Jesus and a high-rise contender. That's Sarah McDonald. Of the McDonald's?
Nope.
She's the one who asked you for the Happy Meal last Christmas. If you wanted the Happy Meal.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't she steal the toy out of it?
No, she put 2 toys in because she felt bad for Ethan.
I didn't get any toys.
You should have gotten a toy. There was like 2 of them. I'm sure it was Batman and Robin.
Must have been lost in translation. Now I want my toys.
I probably have some if you want one.
Why is this person going after your teacher assistant?
Let me work on my mind sphere and see if I can read their mind. Oh, I don't have it. Never mind.
Oh, do I know with my forces how to turn off invisibility or see through invisibility?
Probably. You think you could do something like that?
Okay. In that case, I will attempt to grab some crystals from my back area, and then shine the light using the celestial stars above me to attempt to look through their invisibility and see if someone's there.
Okay. That will be vulgar magic.
Vulgar for seeing, for perception?
What you're doing, if you're doing it through forces, is you're removing the ability to not be seen. So you're doing is closer to manipulating light.
Oh.
If you have correspondence, you could do it a different way.
I have correspondence.
You can do it with the correspondence by seeing in a way that does not require sight. Instead, it is a kind of a dimensional sense effect.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
All right. That'll be difficulty 4. That'll be coincidental.
Okay, cool. Whoop. Oh, nice. 3 successes.
You don't see anything. It's just the 4 of you.
This doesn't make no sense. I look through dimensionally, I look through the Umbra, and there's no one up there. How are they able to be up there when there's no one up there?
Perhaps
no
they're
Umbra?
not there. Yes.
Phoenix does nigger a little bit and wrote that. Like, I gotta assume that was the case. There's so many different ways to look at something. I've never ran into something where I couldn't see it. I've always been able to see things. This is weird.
I don't know. They're being snipey as fuck. Are you kidding? Look at the angles and where they're taking the pictures. One, they could see me, and you guys are included that in that picture. Then they said that they can see them too. Now they're taking a picture of an assistant that I know of at the school. Oh, this is sus as fuck. They're
Yeah.
trying to be all coy and shit. Here's the problem. They're using the magic, but at the same time, they're probably counteracting yours.
Oh.
Have you ever had anyone try to kill you before?
You see, was try to scratch their head as they see
That
the image.
answer is no at the moment, because if you've ever had someone try to kill you, the answer is yes, automatically. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, I can't remember like past 5 years ago.
Like I said,
So probably not.
that's sus. What they're doing is sus. Yes, I am paranoid. Yes, I am aware that shit is going on. And I am trying to get them pissed off. Will it work? Who knows?
Why would somebody be upset at you? They're your siblings?
The fuck do I know? My siblings don't have powers. My
Oh.
siblings aren't aware. They're mundane. I was the only one with powers.
Do you know
Remember
of
when I
anyone
said-
else?
Go on.
Do you know of anyone else? Any other family?
Storyteller, would I? Is there any way I can actually roll something to maybe recall somebody that may or
Distant
may not?
cousin?
Yeah, cousin, and the other side of the other family that's still in France that probably isn't aware that I am awakened. I don't know.
This,
like,
I
what
will
can I
give
do?
you that this doesn't seem like anything your family would do. This is different. This seems to be more technological based than anything you would think your cousins would do. Things could have changed, but it doesn't seem like.
Technological. I do have 2 dots in technology. Could I roll an intelligence like technology and maybe crack a code or something? I don't know. Please tell me.
You are, well, what would you like to do with the role?
Actually, I have a phone number, right? I'm assuming it's a burner, but I want to turn around and Google the phone number just to confirm that first, please.
You can Google it and nothing comes up.
Okay, is there a white pages I could put that phone number in and maybe get something or no?
I would say you can do that. Nothing comes up. I've never white paged anything before in my entire life, so I don't know how that actually works. But it doesn't work.
I work in accounts receivable. It's a lot of things I know how to look for people when I have to.
Sure. You are welcome to. If your goal is to try and find the number, you can make an intelligence and technology roll.
I want to try and see if I can narrow down this person, please and thank you. Difficulty
The
6?
difficulty is 9 with a threshold of 2.
What? A threshold?
With a threshold of 2.
I'd like to
Meaning
spend a
you need
willpower.
at least 2 successes before your successes will count.
Okay, I'm gonna spell a willpower because why the fuck not?
Sure.
You said 9.
You took the 6 and just reversed the number. I mean, like.
Oh shit. 4 dice. 1, 2, 3. 2 9s and a 0. And then I got a 7 and a 5.
2 9s and a 0. So that's 1 success total.
2. Because of the willpower.
You attempt all the tricks you know about, and it doesn't seem to go anywhere.
Yeah, of course it would. What do you need? 7 success?
I don't have that many dice.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, well, you know what? If they're going to turn around and terrorize and taunt me, they're going to terrorize and taunt me. I don't know what to do.
Well, if it's technology based, I mean, it has to be somebody with the technocracy, right? Maybe that what dude is spying on us.
Okay. What part of technocracy is bad did we not teach you last week?
But I say it was bad. I think it's the Brooks guy, Mr. Brooks. He's probably spying on us.
Is he tech? Oh, yeah. Yeah, meh.
Then
I
why would he
don't-
be bothering just Claudia?
Yeah.
Well, all right, that's just the start.
Roll.
mean,
All
Ethan
of
would've been-
you can make an intelligence roll at difficulty 8 to see if you can make some connections.
You want me to
Just
make that?
intelligence.
Intelligence
Just
of what?
intelligence. Just
Just
intelligence.
intelligence.
This is
Oh.
this is a
Okay.
good
Difficulty.
ideal roll. 9. So I think I said
Oh.
9 at first. Right?
All right, I'm using the
Huh?
willpower.
One success.
I'm using willpower for that to guarantee me one success.
Nope.
Got a 9 and a 7.
Nothing. A goose egg.
Yeah,
Three successes.
3 successes. Okay. Phoenix, because of your tradition, no one has been as adamant about fighting the technocracy as the Order, arguably. As a result, you are aware that there are some additional restrictions to the use of the data sphere that does not exist for correspondence, or rather does not exist in the same way. One of which is you'd have to have information about a target that would be able to be used with a online method of search. Information such as a name, an address, perhaps a place of work.
Oh no, it makes sense because the way the technocracy works, one of the things for how they search people is you have to be able to find it on the internet. So it has to be like an online search. So I'm presuming since you all are business owners and all, you know, and you in a university, all that's public information. So they can be able to find you and then use the gateways to track that way.
So they took a picture of Sarah to let me know that they knew where I worked. Everyone knows where I work. I'm on the fucking website.
Yeah, that's why I think it's the Brooks, the CEO. He's showing that. So I guess since Ethan did a search on him, he's doing reverse back to be like, if you could do it, I could do it too, kind of thing. That's my guess.
So this is trying to move me to do something?
I
Or
would
is-
guess that perhaps it's a attempt at intimidation.
Yep. But,
I see you looking into me.
mm-hmm.
Oh no. The big bad man's going to look into me. Look, the technocracy make me into pudding anytime they so damn well choose. I am insignificant and yet unimportant enough not from them to do anything about me.
Read with my question. What's my difficulty?
What?
4.
You and your secret. That's what it's even say.
No, Kian, you all were talking, and I didn't want to interrupt anyone. Kian's just kind of gonna reach down into his bag and pull out like an eyeliner pencil and draw a symbol on his head, and he's gonna see if he can't mentally sense if anyone's actually physically standing there. 4, right?
Yeah, difficulty 4.
3 successes.
Nothing's there.
Well, nothing's physically here.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming they're remote viewing or something. As he takes one of the wipes out of his bag to wipe it off his forehead.
So, how much of all of your stuff is out in the public? Like, how much of your stuff is like on the internet?
I
Like
run a business.
business,
I
okay.
teach at the university, and I turn around and I volunteer over at the Mayo Clinic and do research and stuff for them there.
University. And you said a male clinic?
Mayo
Mayo,
Clinic.
Mayo, a mayonnaise?
Yes, the all male clinic. Yeah.
No, it's
I know.
MAYO. No,
Fucking-
I'm telling Phoenix because he's looking at me going, I don't understand.
Oh no, sorry. I'm actually trying to take notes on the OneNote, so I want to make sure I'm hearing that correctly.
That's why I spelt it out for you.
Oh, Mayo, M-A-Y-O.
MAYO.
Perfect.
It's in Cleveland. It's a big hospital.
It's kind of a
research
big
center.
deal.
Oh, okay. Cleveland. Okay. All right, back in character. Okay, yeah, so all of that they could be able to view on and access. Anyone else? Because that's something I'm not sure how, they might keep tabs on fear tactics, might try to scare them. Didn't you mention, Ethan, about like CEOs dying from like pit techs? I mean, they could maybe try something like that for like people that's around.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like there have been a number of unfortunate accidents happening to
Accidents.
Yes, accidents.
Howard Stark died of an accident, but I don't think we have any Winter Soldiers running around.
Well, once in a while.
I look at Ethan when you did that. Well,
I mean, now and then, is accident. But when the accidents tend to turn into a habit, it becomes a little more questionable.
Wait, now hold on. Aren't technocratics pretty much you have to follow the rules or laws or whatever and not be completely out of the norm? And as long as you stay in the norm, you're good.
But he's breaking the laws.
But the thing is I haven't done anything, so therefore, why would he even try?
Well, he's trying to threaten us in general. So I mean, it seemed like, would I have any inkling, Ree, that he maybe had some sort of, without knowing anything about correspondence, right? Would it be logical to think that I could, maybe postulate the idea that perhaps there is some sort of magical alarm spell set to, notify him if people were trying to look into him, given our current situation?
I would say, with all of you at this point, your careers is awakened, would understand what a ward is, and you do know it is possible to make a ward that alerts you to someone doing something. None of you have experience with the data sphere, but you know that it's similar to correspondence, so it makes sense there could be something designed to do that.
Okay.
You tripped over a trip rope when you did the search.
It's possible. I mean, it seems likely given our recent correspondence with this unknown individual, who I can either assume is the person that we were looking into, or someone monitoring their information.
Wait, we saw him in person too. He knows all of our faces.
Yes, but also tech CEOs are busy, right? So it may not even be him that's doing the watching. It could be somebody else.
Yeah, sorry, Glenn.
I was just thinking perhaps since they messaged Claudio, we could at least turn that into the technocracy, and that could be a little bit plus what Ethan found. Could be at least enough to nudge them into a proper investigation.
Do you think that's enough?
They got more resources than we do.
She'll take a screenshot of all the communications and text it to Ethan.
As you send the message, Ethan does not receive it.
Did I manage to do the screenshot?
You check for a picture and it's not there. The original message is there, but not picture.
Ethan, try and see if you can take a picture of this.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Oh, use the app. See if you can use the app. Go through the app that the virtual adept gave us. Maybe that may help.
Can you take a picture with the app?
Does it have a picture feature, or is
Yeah,
it
that's
just
what
an
I'm saying.
encrypted messenger?
Is it like
Sure, we
WhatsApp?
could say it has a picture feature. Sure,
Yeah,
why
I'm
not?
like, it should be like WhatsApp, right?
But,
WhatsApp has that. Yeah.
I was
Not
about
on
to
WhatsApp.
question all of the virtual adepts at this point.
I'm already questioning all the virtual adepts at this point.
All right, let's see here. Get it
Oh,
in
just
a
take
nice
the damn picture. I
spot.
swear to God.
No glare from the sun.
Oh, fuck, Ethan. Dear Lord.
Oh, he has skills. He knows all this stuff.
You should see the
Some,
you should see the advertising photos he takes. Very nice.
roll some dice to see if it'll work.
Christ almighty in the handbasket.
Good times.
The the image does save, but it's very blurry. You can still read it, but it's almost like it was out of focus when you took it.
And then,
Okay.
Interesting.
And
That's
she
through
puts
the
the
app.
phone down. And she goes, try it again. She puts the phone down. Just come right over it and don't worry about the lighting. Just do the thing.
Let me see if I can do something. Can I put? I'm going to take a couple of little like salt packets out of my bag and like try and make like a salt circle around her phone, and then try and use correspondence to see if I can't interfere with whatever might be happening with her phone.
So, correspondence and data are not the same sphere. So, for what you want to do, you would need data. But what I would say, if you have the spheres to construct a ward, you may be able to make it harder for things to interfere with it in the
That's what I
future.
was trying to do.
But
what-
let's see if you
what
have the spheres
does?
for a ward. You do not. You need Prime 2, Correspondence 2, at minimum.
Yeah, I only have correspondence too. I have Prime 1.
Nope.
oh, that's
You
what
can't
ward
quite
is.
make
It's
a
2-2.
ward yet.
All right. Well, why don't we just go visit them,
Or you,
The
you-
VA
you-
people?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you could give me until tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I could be able to access it tomorrow. AKA, I can spend the points to get my dots and correspondence. Get my second dot and correspondence too. Go ahead.
Do we know where their chantry is, storyteller?
The VA one?
Huh.
No. You don't know where it is, but you do know how to ask for like permission to visit it. But you don't know like the physical location. But you would know that you would need to ask. You need permission.
She'll go right on the app and ask for permission, and she'll tell them exactly what happened and show the blurry ass phone screen going, help, please? Because words. Screw it.
Thank you.
Ask them.
Send the message. Takes a few moments, but what you receive back is it looks a bit like a 32-bit video game, but you can recognize that it is a map. It is from the perspective of the little screen. It is showing you how to get to where you want to go.
You guys want to ride?
Yeah.
Sure. Ugh.
Ethan, you're driving.
Why?
Kian.
No.
Never mind. Kian's driving.
It's
No,
probably
I
a good
do
idea.
not have a booster seat available for my front seat.
That's
Mhm.
fine. That's
Also,
fine.
his legs
Kian,
cannot reach for the
Kian,
pedals.
I need
Kian,
some
Kian,
boxes for my feet.
Kian, you're driving. I've got the map, and she shows a
Excellent.
shows. Good. Let's
Ethan,
go.
back seat.
Okay. I have no points in drive, so it'd probably be a bad idea anyway.
I call shotgun.
I have no points in drive, but we're just doing this very delicately.
But you
That's
got
fine.
legs. Or big longer
I do
legs.
have legs.
Yeah.
I have all the legs.
Okay.
Pony boy, are you in back?
Mm-hmm.
Good. No, Ethan. Phoenix is pony boy.
Why does
Oh.
pony? Where does the pony come?
Don't even ask. You never read Outsiders. Let's go.
Okay.
And she'll hold the thing well.
Just tell me which way I'm turning.
She will. She'll relay everything that this 32-bit map is trying to tell her.
All right. You all are able to make your way through the streets, and you arrive at what looks to be like a arcade, though it's mostly in like disrepair. And you see on the screen the map that the image is on changes into an arcade. And as you follow the being to what, according to it, is a doorway, you come across what looks to be like a kind of a old decayed wall.
Of course, it had to be an arcade.
Are we shocked?
No.
No.
What
All right,
was
let's
the,
go.
what was the permissions they had left? It was knocking on the door, right? Was it knocking on the door when we first entered for yeah. So Phoenix remembers the instructions last time of being polite, and he's going to knock on the door. It was like last time.
I know. I remember.
You knock on the wall, and instead of the wall opening, a spot in the floor under the white tiles pulls back, and the staircase is revealed.
Oh, good. At least we're going to Luke Skywalker us. Don't give me that exactly where my mind went, okay?
No one under 18 gets that reference.
I know.
As you all enter, as you all descend the stairs, the path behind you closes, and you begin to hear a kind of slow down version of a 32-bit theme song, almost in a creepy like cadence. As you enter to the bottom of the stairs, you find a woman who looks to be maybe in her mid-20s, dressed in a very gothic Lolita fashion. And as she looks at you all, she goes, "Just what have you all gotten yourselves into?"
Oh, a little of this, a little of that.
I think that's where we'll wrap up our adventure for this evening.
Dun, dun.
All right. That went well. I think it went well. I don't know what they think it went well, but I think it went well. Let's see. As of when you're watching this, if you want to see more Wonderful World of Darkness, you can go and check out the McCyber Studios. I think they are doing Demon the Fall and Sill Wednesday night. I think. Apparently, Los Angeles is not going well for the fall, and it's not a very pleasant experience for them. They are struggling a lot. On Friday night, you can check out the finale of Changeling for Queen's Gambit, where I will get to be playing an Arcadian She of House Fiona, because we are here for a good time, and likely not for a long time. So if you go and check that out, because we're going to do some violence. And then Saturday there is no game, because we've recently finished the Act 1 of Season 1 of Chicago Hidden City. You should definitely go check that out if you haven't already finished it. And then join us next Tuesday for the season finale of Arcane Veils. All right, I'll go ahead and let these one people tell you where you can find them on the internet. And we'll start with Ethan. What's going on with you?
Just hanging out here on the ReeRoles channel. Looking for ways to get up to no good. Looking forward to seeing what happens in the season finale here, and then looking forward to what's coming up next in next year on the ReeRoles channel for the new upcoming game. So stick around and definitely keep checking it out.
All right, Ken, it's your turn.
Hi, I'm Ari. you can find me over at Blue Sky at Aurelia Crane, because I've pretty much abandoned my Twitter. It's still there, but memories. But you can find me here for Arcane Veil. And I too am excited to see what the new year's going to bring. That's all I got.
All right, Claudia.
Junior Vanish. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on pretty much anywhere, including Blue Sky, and I live on the internet, so fuck it. On my own channel, you will see me turn around and craft cool things like the dumpster fire and the trash fire, because right now that's what we're living in. I will be going on break on the 20th of this for Christmas, but I'll be back in January because I'm sadistic and slightly, masochistic for myself. But you will also find me on McStabber Studios, where we will restart Chicago Hidden City in January. You will see me possibly on Ravenous Archons at some point. And of course, I'll be here next Tuesday and then next year for another show. Ooh.
All right, Felix, your turn.
Hi, I'm Garrett858. As always, this is an absolute blast. Definitely looking forward to the season finale to see where things go from there. In terms of content, you can always check out our YouTube at the Cookout TTRPGs, where we have a wide variety of TTRPG goodness. But as you all probably are aware, I'm currently working on my comic book company, Snowstorm Comics. The first issue of Rise of the Nephilim is already out. The second issue may be coming out relatively shortly. I think you were here last week. You saw the first unveiling and a slight sneak peek of what the second issue is going to look like. So keep an eye out that, and you can be able to see it and hopefully comic book stores near you. And that's me.
All right. And with that, our story has reached its conclusion. Thank you for watching. I thank these wonderful people for playing with me, and I hope you'll join us next time.